I think I just made everybody deaf.
No, you
I think
didn't.
that's what happened. I think that's what
No,
happened.
you didn't.
Oh,
No,
and Bonnie, you look different today. You look like Chris. Weird.
How's that possible?
And Chris, you got better looking. You look like Bonnie. There we go. Okay, I think I fixed it. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, we're live, everybody. This is exciting. This is an auspicious occasion. I don't know why.
Love that.
Don't ask.
Love that.
Don't
Love
ask
that
why,
word,
but it
auspicious.
is. Uh-oh, Mom and Dad are here, everybody. Everybody say hi to my mom and dad.
First one's
Hi,
in.
Mom and Dad.
Hi, Mother
Hi,
and
Mom
Father
and Dad.
McKinney.
Hello. I feel like I just got off the phone with you guys. It's crazy.
You probably
know.
did.
I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy, right? It's
You
crazy.
probably did.
It's crazy. We're going to talk about some fun stuff tonight. We're going to make some shit up. If it's not true, who cares? What are you going to do? How are you going to stop us?
That's what we do half the time, anyways.
Right, yeah. We're
I thought we
we're the
half the
team
time,
of
way more
factual
than half.
inaccuracies. That's
I thought
what.
we were
More than
truthful.
half.
I thought we were truthful live streaming podcasts.
Ha!
Mm. Kevin.
We always tell the truth. Bonnie is probably the most truthful person here.
Oh, we got Big Sal in the house. Speaking of liars, how
Oh,
are you,
come on,
Sal?
man. Now you're insulting the audience. How dare you?
I'm just gonna make shit up for everybody that pops in.
Oh, come on, man. Sal is one of the most honorable men, of gentlemen
Mm-hmm.
of the Santa Clarita Valley. How dare you insult that righteous man?
That's right. He's
Man who-
he's the town whore in Santa Clarita.
That's not true. That man would never do anything inappropriate like that. Never.
Sal says we can change the channel. What era
see?
are you from, sir? That you're changing a channel. What era are you from? There's no channels anymore. These
Oh,
no.
It's still satellite channels. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Do you have a satellite channel, Kevin?
No, but one of the neighbors down the street does.
Oh, okay.
And if you're watching Pluto or Tubi, they've got channels.
That's true. That's true.
Poor people watch those, Bonnie. Poor people.
Wow. Wow, you're insulting 3/4 of your panel. How dare you?
We're all poor,
Whoops.
come on.
Yeah, that's true. Hello, David Cox. Good to see you.
Brother Cox, we missed you at the shop this weekend. Glad you're here, sir. Glad you're here. Have you ever met David Cox in person, Donald?
I feel like there's a joke coming my way.
No, I'm serious.
No,
Have
not
you-
a dick joke at all. Nothing.
No, not at all.
Okay,
Not
alright.
at all. Just saying.
I don't believe
So
so.
the only joke on the screen right now is Kevin. So
But snap! But I'm also not good with names at all. Really good with faces. Terrible with
true.
names.
So you can't remember who Bonnie was for so many years, unless you saw her face?
Yeah, well, I had a name for her. It just wasn't her name.
Wow.
It just wasn't her
Shame.
name at the
There
time.
we go again.
Shame
It
on.
wasn't her name, really, technically. Although I thought it was at first, because I was like, who's that? Oh, that's that. And I was like, oh. Huh. That's an
Huh.
interesting name to have. Man.
But brothers and sisters, that man speaking right now is the madman from the great state of Ohio. He's a man, for reasons unknown to me, was voted for 3 consecutive years the most handsome man in North Hollywood, California. He is a man who has a way with the ladies. He is a man who loves DC Comics, and if you insult DC Comics, there will be a stiff penalty.
There'll be a reckoning.
A reckoning, such as a fist to your mouth.
Oh.
He's a man who loves his family with such passion that he makes sure he visits his parents at least 3 times a year. Give it up for the original.
Usually no.
Ah!
Twice most of the time, if I can. Twice. Oh. Thank you. Clapping for twice. That's great. Yes, that's great. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that very much.
And then we go to a man with that beard, that fluffy beard, a man who was voted the 2024 sexiest teacher of East Texas. He is a man originally from Michigan. He is a man who is one of the most educated and most learned men in America today. He will make sure that you get the best deal possible when it comes to travel. Give it up for Professor Chris D. Turner.
either booze or laugh. What the hell?
I'm just joining in. I don't know. I don't want to get hurt. I was like,
Man, that's disrespectful, man.
I
What's wrong with you,
What did I
man?
do to them?
Man,
I
you're
don't
biased,
know.
man.
Well, I'm gonna look at it as they're booing Kevin, not me, for taking too long.
oh, okay. There, that's fair.
Wow, taking too long. And of course, we cannot forget our lovely lady, someone from Arizona, a lady who is one of the best Polynesian dancers on the West Coast today. She is one of the most righteous and most lovely cat mothers in the world. She is Miss Bonnie Tuttle. And of course,
Got a whole
I'm
10
your-
seconds there.
Jesus, Kevin.
I'm your humble servant, the Grand Master of the Jedi and Vulcan Arts, your Supreme Chancellor, Brother Kevin. And I know Donald is very anxious, unfortunately, and very, shall we say, impetuous to pull out something.
Can't wait. What? The audience can't see anything. They just see the Donald pulls out, and you're going, kitty cat.
Yeah,
You
I said kitty
freaking
cat.
weirdo.
said
I got
kitty cat.
books. I got books, guys. All right. First of all, Absolute Green Lantern. A lot of fun. Really enjoyed it. I'm not kidding. You get introduced to Absolute Jon Stewart. You get introduced to Absolute Hal Jordan, who actually is interesting for once in his life. And then you get introduced to this lady, and I can't remember her name right off the bat. She's somehow connected with John, I think. But she's really cool. And like the 10 seconds that we see of her. But the whole story is basically about Hal Jordan and how he's trying not to kill everybody. And it's great. It's a great hook. It's a great beginning to a story. I'm in. I'm all in on Absolute Green Lantern on this one, guys. This was I think the slowest selling out of the bunch. Which, shame on you, people, that see a woman on a cover of a comic book and decide, a woman of color, and decide that that this probably wouldn't be a book for you. Shame. Because it's excellent.
Wow.
It's excellent.
Wow.
So check it out. I'm not saying people in our chat or anything are like that. Obviously not, or else they wouldn't be in our chat, right? We would have banned them decades ago. But for those of you popping in are casually racist or sexist, you can get out. we don't have space for that. But this is great.
Fine.
So if you get a chance, I'll see you, Kevin. Kevin hates black people. I know. It's a terrible affliction that he suffers. It's what did they call that? They call that the what was it? It was the Dave Chappelle syndrome or something.
It's called the Clayton Bigsby syndrome.
There we go. Yeah. That's it. But this is great. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it has a lot of promise. I'm really excited to see what happens next. We also get a mention of Absolute Guy Gardner in here. He's the town sheriff, which is cool because you know he's going to be an arrogant prick because he's a town sheriff. It's just excellent writing and excellent storytelling, and I can't wait for more, considering that I don't want to spoil too much, but the cover kind of shows you something, a little secret that you would not know if you're not paying attention. So there you go. There's a little secret in there to issue 1. When do we get introduced to Absolute Donald? Oh, Sean, you don't... That's usually once a year, and that's when I've had way too many drinks.
The world's not ready for that.
Yeah, the world's not ready.
Absolute.
We're going to dive back into the New Gods. I'm just caught up with issue 3. Wow. This guy, Ram V, can write. This guy can write. He's slowly becoming one of my favorite writers, current writers in the DC Universe. Just the way he writes this, you barely get anything about the story we were having, and you get more background into the New Gods themselves. And it's excellent. It's riveting. It's excellent. This has now moved up to an 8 out of 10 for me on the New Gods.
Wow.
Number 3 is now an 8 out of 10, guys. That's not a walk to your store. That's a run to your store and grab it rating. 8 out of 10. Highly recommend it. It is so good.
It is hard to get an 8 out of you. It's like squeezing orange from it is hard
It's true.
to get an 8 out of
It's
you.
true. But it's easy to get a 2.5. And I'll tell you how. You write a story based on a character that most people might not know a lot about and just assume that everybody knows everything about this character. And then you start to tell a little bit about the character at the end. But by that point, it's too goddamn late because you're already annoyed and you don't want to read anymore. We're talking Black Ritual, The Book of Nyx. Yes, another Spawn universe title that I could give a shit less about. Sam and Twitch seems to be the winner in my book. I do have to read the, I think it's like the Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, or Tales of the Gunslinger. I think it's just Tales of the Gunslinger. I'm curious about that one. But this one sucks. This one's... I wanted to like it. I tried to like it. I even waited, until the end, and then I was like, oh, okay, so that's where that happened, and that's where. But I still don't know enough about this character to know, because I'm not a Spawn guy. I haven't read a bunch of Spawn, so maybe if you want to get people that don't read Spawn into a series, don't connect it so heavily that you don't explain anything about a character. Like, it's like a 2.5, guys. I can't recommend it. It's $3.99 you're never getting back. Don't get it unless you're a diehard Spawn fan. Skater Kevin can get it and then complain about it later. But everybody else don't get it.
So would you have told us to talk McFarlane's face last weekend?
Well, he didn't write it, and he didn't do any of the artwork on it, so sure. I'd be like, man, I don't know what you're doing over here, but this is not a good series. 1 of 7, it's one and done for me. I'm donating this book to the comic shop, where it will be available on the table of new releases if someone should be inclined to grab it, because I don't even want it in my collection. It's just trash.
Wow.
Sorry, guys.
That says a lot.
Yeah. Via is here. Hello. Absolute vodka Donald.
Olivia and
Nice.
Doug, hello.
Nice. Yeah. Philippe says Spawn, the movie was great. The OG, have you seen it recently, though, Philippe? I have a feeling if you went back and watched it very recently, you'd be like, oh man, these effects are terrible. Like, they just don't hold up like you would expect them to. Especially the cape, the CGI cape. It's bad. It's embarrassingly bad.
It was the early days of CGI, but
really bad.
The HBO cartoon animation was amazing.
Well, it was all right. I don't know. It was amazing. It was all right. Was it amazing, though, Kevin?
I thought it was good.
Good. Now you're saying good. You just said amazing.
Thought it was
sufficient.
Amazing.
Maybe. You like that word, right? Sufficient.
I do like that word, sufficient.
Yeah.
It was more than sufficient.
One of your favorite words to use, especially when it comes to presents that you receive. I'm never gonna let you live that down. I gave Kevin a gift once, and he's like, "It was sufficient." I was like, "What the fuck, dude?"
You took it the wrong way, man. Took it the wrong way.
Jesus. Well, it's not like I gave you like a ruler or something, or like book covers. I gave you something nice, I thought, but it was sufficient. I'm stoked that Micronauts figures are being released again this week. Baron Karza and Biotron are Wave 1. Oh, cool. And Mr. Sean says, Hanzo the Spawn animated series was fantastic. The movie, let me just say, I had major issues with. Okay. He didn't like Martin Sheen, apparently.
Oh, he didn't like Martin Sheen?
Not a big Martin Sheen fan, are you, Mr. Sean? Big hater of Martin Sheen. That guy's a national treasure, by the way. He's a very nice man. And how he got into the film industry and stayed, his memory. He will meet you once and remember who you are on set every time he sees you again from then on, moving forward. Once he says hello, he gets your name, he sees your face, he's locked in, and that's it for life. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Like, I can lock in on a face and be like, I know you. I don't know where from or how, but I know you. You know what I mean? Like, it could have just been some random subway, like either in the subway or at a subway. There's multiple subway options here now, so I'm not sure. But I'll never, remember your name? Come on. Unless it's like Assface McGee, then maybe I can remember it, But if it's just like a normal, Chuck Woods or something, I'm not remembering that. I mean, if it's Harry Richard, maybe Maybe I can remember that because that's Harry and Dick, kind of, and that's funny. But no, not remembered it. Anyway, okay, that was it. I've sufficiently pulled out. So there you go.
And
Yay! Wow, that was cool. What are we going to do now? Well, we're going to talk about Saturday Night Live from New York, baby. Who here, when they were younger, was not, oh man, I want to be on Saturday Night Live. Like, I want to be on Saturday Night Live so bad.
well, to be honest with you, there were two other shows I preferred: Living Color and Mad TV. I want to be on there first, and then maybe.
Oh, okay. So you did not watch Saturday Night Live at all.
I did. No, I did.
Before
It's just-
watching Mad TV or in Living Color.
No, I watched SNL, but it's just I thought.
But
the
then you didn't think you wanted to be on it until later, after you watched In Living Color and Mad TV, and then
No,
watching those. Eventually, SNL got funny enough that you were like, maybe I'll be on that. That'll be my third choice. Boy, you a picky bitch. Like, let me tell you what. If SNL came knocking on my door and was like, we know, Donald, we know that Mad TV's out there, and we know that In Living Color's out there. Kevin's already said no because he's just waiting for one of them first before he accepts us. So we thought that maybe you would be interested, and I'd be like, hell yeah. I'll take his spot. I'll take his spot all day. Picky. Jeez, so picky, Kevin. Which one of them's still going, by the way?
I never had a strong desire to be on SNL. I loved it growing up, but I never really had a desire to be on it.
What if it was just all Polynesian belly dancing, Bonnie?
Wow.
Those are two different things.
What if it was a
Belly
hybrid?
dancing isn't Polynesian.
What if it was, though? What if it was Polynesian belly dancing? You'd be all in. You'd be like, I'm in. Let's go. No?
I mean, if they wanted to feature a group or had auditions to, sure, that.
There we go. There we go. Chris, you would be in it, right? You'd be on it.
Oh, 100%.
See?
That was actually a dream of mine after college was we did a lot of sketch comedy in college so that we could try to be seen, me and my friends. So it's a dream, a dead dream not making it an SNL for me.
Well, you still could. I mean, there's a possibility. I mean, you could guest host. Let's say you get in a really popular film, right? And then they're like,
guest host, yes.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, we'll have you as a regular or something. You could be the next Alec Baldwin.
Or Steve Martin.
Or Steve Martin. Or who's the other one that's really close, that's weird? Oh, jeez. It's somebody that you would never think. It's not Tom Hanks. It's like, it's not Justin Bieber, but it's kind of like that. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah. Yeah, it's somebody like that, right? Yeah. It's within our wheelhouse, yeah. Justin Timberlake, I think.
Oh, yeah, Timberlake.
I think it's Justin Timberlake.
He's done it.
Yeah, he's been in a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
I remember they did a whole sketch about that once he hit, what was it, like number 10 or 15 or something, or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was 10.
Absurdly high number it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They welcomed him to the club, I think, or something.
Yeah.
Martin and Alec and them.
Yeah.
Let's see. Sean says, please leave a like for the... Oh, that's Kevin, his YouTube algorithm. Mr. Sean already did, by the way, so thank you, Mr. Sean, for that. Marvel Team Up number 74. Do any of you own the Marvel Team Up issue with Spider-Man and the SNL cast? All the one where John Belushi has the sword and he's dressed as a samurai? Yes. Yeah, that's a very famous one. There's also one with David Letterman on the cover as well, and I think Beast is hanging down or something. It's an Avengers one, if I recall, on that one. But yeah. Own both of those. I always thought they were kind of pieces of history, you know? Elliot's here. Hello, Elliot. Good to see you, buddy.
Hello, Elliot.
See, there we go. Good actor, Apocalypse Now, says David Cox. See? Love Martin Sheen, says Mr. Sean. That movie was not good, but every major actor has some stinkers in their catalog.
It was died on that movie. He had a heart attack.
Did he really?
And on Apocalypse Now.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, David, he did do the Dick in the Box skits.
That's Lawrence Fishburne's one of his first movies when he was a kid.
Yeah. I actually just watched this really good documentary series on Apple TV earlier today about the Black actors and actresses and their journey through Hollywood and how they've like come up and seen more representation in recent years and everything. And Lawrence Fishburne was one of the people that they talked to, and he was talking about his experience on set, being 14 years old, filming Apocalypse Now.
Damn.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
He was 14?
He was 14.
That's crazy.
Shot it.
Very young, very young.
Yeah, just a baby.
Let's go to let's bring up some cast members here. Let's start with I guess the least valued when we're talking monetary value here.
Yeah, we can't hold. It's just what we found listed. It may not be
Right.
accurate. The net worth of these particular SNL stars or former SNL stars.
Right. I'm going to start off. We've got two that are within the same price range, so to speak. We've got Billy Crystal. He is valued at having $50 million, being worth that much, and he is right neck and neck with Chevy Chase. Had Chevy Chase not been a complete asshole, apparently, on set, he might actually be much, much higher up on the list. But unfortunately, he kind of shit the bed there, and a lot of people don't want to work with him because of that. You get a bad reputation like that, it can ruin your career, and it almost did with Chevy, to be honest.
Was he troublesome on that recent show that came out a little over
Community?
a decade ago? See him, Community?
Yes, very much so.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? You would think at his older age he would know better at this point.
Yeah, so much so they didn't they remove him from the show?
Yeah, he got replaced from the show after I think season 3. I want to say 3 or 4. They took him off the show, and that was that.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is sad. It is sad to be, physically removed from your own show because people don't like dealing with you. Joel McHale was like the big lead in it, and he couldn't stand him. And what was it, Donald Glover? Yeah, he just thought he was racist as hell towards him, and other people of color, which there were quite a few on that show. So kind of outnumbered there, Chevy. Sorry, buddy. Billy, however, doesn't seem to have that same affliction. From what I've heard, he's not hard to deal with on set, so that's good.
I'm surprised he's not worth more.
Well, again, we're going by the numbers they've stated, so he could be worth more for all we know.
Right.
In general, like if it's
in
that $50 million, I honestly feel like his net worth should be more. He's had a lot of big movies, which means big royalty payouts. And
we're talking though, we could be talking about a series of bad investments. Your house burns down due to fires and stuff. You lose everything you own. A lot of people lost a lot of money when in 2008 when everything went to shit.
Oh yeah.
And also the Bernie Madoff scandal. A lot of Hollywood folks were involved with him.
True.
100%. So, yeah, it could have affected him greatly. But those guys, neck and neck at $50 million each, which is great. I wish I had that problem of somebody going, "Oh, he only has $50 million." Poor. I'd be like, "Yes, I'm so poor."
Peanuts.
Yeah. So that's Billy Crystal and Chevy Chase at $50 million. We're going to move to, there's 2 more here with $60 million each, which is interesting. At $60 million each, we have Chris Rock. Not my favorite. I'm going to be honest. Not my favorite guy.
I love Chris Rock.
I don't find his comedy to be funny at all. I don't have a problem with him as a human being. In fact, I think how he took the Will Smith thing was very stand-up-ish of him. I was actually shocked by that, and I thought a little better of him for it. But still not my favorite as far as acting, and definitely not my favorite as far as stand-up's concerned. Besides, Wanda Sykes wrote all his shit, So.
But you have to understand, a lot of folks have stuff written for them. You may not even know it.
Well, you're right. But when you find out, And Christopher Guest, who is from A Mighty Wind and Best in Show and stuff like that.
Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap. Thank you. A lot of stuff he helped write, produce, direct. Much more prolific than we give him credit for, to be honest. And a official cast member of SNL, albeit not for a long time. He was just there for a good time, not a long time. Chris Rock, I thought he was never going to leave. And when he eventually did, it was okay. Because they had so many other people to step in, which was great. He was very fortunate, Chris Rock, to be around that time with Farley and Sandler and Spade and all of those guys. That was a great era, and we were very fortunate to grow up in that era too, to watch them.
Man, you really are low on Chris Rock. You could say in the other direction that they were lucky to have him too. You know, they're a group, they're a team.
I don't know his situation. I just know I don't like him. That's all.
Gee, that's right. You didn't tell me you prefer Chris. You prefer Chris Tucker over Chris Rock. I actually remember you saying
any day of the week, I'll take Chris Tucker.
You didn't even like him in Dogma. He was so great in Dogma.
I can name 5 other actors that would have done a better job. Just
Seriously?
Instantly. Yeah.
Wow.
Disagree.
Instantly. Off the top of my head. Steven Seagal is one of them.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here.
Steven Seagal in that role, I think, would have been genius.
No.
Get out of here.
Absolutely not.
Would have been genius.
Absolutely not.
Sorry. I said what I said.
You know what? If you ever meet Chris Rock, I'm gonna tell him what
It's
you
okay to
said.
be wrong.
That's fine. You go ahead. And then you know what? And
Exactly.
then you slap him real quick for me, Kevin.
No.
No.
You know. By the way, you know what Chris Rock's gonna say? Tell your friend I got $60 million. And there you go.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
On the backs of orphans. That's how he made that money. I don't know. I made that up, but it sounds good. I don't think Chris Rock slaps, Sean. No, I don't. Black Crown EP says, and Joel McHale played Chevy Chase in a futile and stupid gesture. Oh, he did? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I had no idea. That's really cool. Now I need to see that movie. Elliot has a question. He says, have either of you 4 of you ever belly danced? Well, as a matter of fact, one of us has, I believe.
I have, actually. I did take a short course for a bit, yeah.
I was talking about Chris, but I'm shocked, Bonnie. I'm shocked.
I've done the
13
truffle
years
shuffle.
I took like a 6-week course, yeah.
Truffle
It
shuffle.
was fun.
Does that count?
What's the truffle shuffle?
Ultimately, it wasn't for me.
The Goonies? Hello,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I've done it too. I did it once for my friend's birthday. I did a video.
Shuffle?
Yeah. I wore a Hawaiian shirt and did the truffle shuffle for him.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it was interesting. So there you go. All right, that's $60 million each. These poor people. Now we're getting the poor people out of the way, and moving on to the much more, rich, affluent people. This one kind of shocked me here, to be honest. We've got a 3-way tie for $70 million. We've got Tracy Morgan, which it's got to be that 30 Rock money, right? It's got to be the 30 Rock money?
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. So Tracy Morgan was $70 million. David Spade, $70 million. I could see that. He's been in a lot. Lot of films and stuff.
TV, too.
Yep. Yeah. Just Shoot Me, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, Just Shoot Me, yeah.
Was another one he was in. Yeah, he was in that for a while.
And then he was in the other one, too.
I think I know what you're talking about. And then Jimmy Fallon, of course, because of, The Tonight Show. And he had a booming career in film for a little bit, too.
Yeah.
So out of the 3 of these, who's your favorite, guys? Is it Jimmy Fallon, Tracy Morgan, or David Spade?
David Spade, 100%.
1A, 1B with Spade and Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get behind that, Kevin.
For me, I would rank it Spade, Fallon, Morgan.
Oh, okay. Just like it is on the screen.
I'll do that too. Spade.
Okay.
Fallon.
Yeah.
I'm going
Okay.
Spade and Morgan
I
are
think
about.
they're all pretty great, but for me, like movie wise, yeah, I enjoyed David Spade and Jimmy Fallon's movies more.
If we're talking about musically inclined type things. Fallon,
That too.
Fallon, 100%. Like that guy's got literal musical talent. Spade and Morgan, I've never seen it, but I think Tracy Morgan's just friggin' hilarious. I don't think it's gonna sound weird, but I don't think he's funny post accident. I think something got left off the table after it.
I mean, makes sense.
Yeah, but I still love him. I just think there's a disconnect there for some reason. It just feels off.
Sure.
But David's David. He's kind of an asshole, and a real smart asshole, and that works for him. And he rolls with it, and he knows when to use it correctly, and he does a good job with it. So,
right. So the other shows that David's made were Rules of Engagement.
That's it.
And also 8 Simple Rules.
Yep, 8 Simple Rules.
He did do 8 Simple
He
Rules.
also was in some Disney movies, which probably made some money too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought
like
him
Emperor's
in,
New Groove.
after
What's up, Jesse?
why am I blanking on his name? Help.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Black Crown.
Yeah, after he passed away, that they brought in David Spade and James Gardner.
He came to the arc like a week,
Yeah,
a week
yeah.
before. He came to the arc like a week before. Remember we met him?
James Garner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, didn't he replace John Ritter's character?
Yeah.
John Ritter.
No, Sean, I don't.
When
I don't
John
think
Ritter
that's gonna
passed
happen,
away,
buddy.
They wrote his death into the series, and they had David Spade and James Garner come in to replace him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And Bonnie,
Because you
remember we
need
met
2
him?
to replace Ritter.
That's true
Yeah.
because that was Ritter's favorite too. James Garner and David Spade. So they asked them both to be in it, and they both said, "Yeah, absolutely."
Yeah.
James
James
was
Garner played his father, and then David Spade was his brother or cousin.
That was
or
really
something.
cool of them to do that, and the show was actually still successful after that, which is
It was. It ran
Not
for
easy
another,
to-
2 or 3 seasons?
Yeah.
after?
like 2 years. Like 2 years.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do.
It's the model that
2.5 Men.
2.5 Men tried to copy and failed at.
Yeah, I think 2.5 Men was a much bigger show, so it took longer for it to fail, but it failed. You know what I mean? Like, I think people were always hoping that Charlie Sheen would come back, and so they stuck with it, and it just was never going to happen, unfortunately.
Yeah,
I
but
think
they
that's the
kill
difference between,
Charlie.
killing off a character when the actor is still living.
Well, except they didn't
versus,
actually kill him
having
off.
to
Yeah.
pivot and deal with a real life death in the series. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't even kill off Charlie at the end though either. So it's like they could have brought him back.
Yeah, I mean, they can
You
even
find
if
out
they
at the very end
did.
of the show that he's actually alive. He's just hiding.
Yeah, see, even then they could have. There's always a way. You know what I mean when it comes to writing. And us, most people in the chat being comic book fans, we all know this. There's always a way to bring back somebody. They ain't dead forever. That's for sure.
And Bonnie, you remember we met John Ritter like a week before he passed away? He came for the Q&A, the screening for 13.
I was not there.
You sure? I thought you were there.
Kevin likes to imagine you everywhere, Bonnie. I've noticed
I
this.
wasn't there.
Bonnie,
See,
you were with me
The funny thing, this is not like
when my wife was
Yeah,
giving birth. Bonnie, you were there.
frequently. People tend to think that I was at certain events or performances or places that I never actually was at. This happens to me a lot.
I'm the opposite, though. I usually forget that you were there.
How rude.
That's right. You came in like the latter part of 03. That's right. You came in
Yeah.
after,
She's like, I know I was
the
there.
summer, after the
I'm like,
summer.
oh.
This is like August of 03, so you came in after August 03.
Yeah, that would have been like right when I was starting ish. Because I think I started end of August, beginning of September, because it was when
Okay.
I came for school. Wait, no. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, moving on to. So I know this is. I'm sorry, this is thrilling, but I'm gonna move on to the next one. Tina Fey, 75 million. Hey! How about that, huh?
That's a lot of 30 Rock money too.
Finally, we get a lady on here.
Well, and maybe
And she
maybe
has-
Mean Girls money.
Oh yeah.
She was in a few movies. She wrote a few, or like co-wrote a few. She was in a couple films, I think, with Amy Poehler. Yeah, and she's whip smart as far as like her writing's concerned. It's really, really good. Like she helped with 30 Rock, so she got the in the writers' room. Plus,
Kimberly
she
Schmidt
was an actor. Yeah, Yeah, Kimberly Schmidt.
She was a triple threat on that show because didn't she produce it also?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
she had triple credit,
Mm-hmm.
which
Is great. That's how you get that money.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's not
Well,
stupid. She's a smart woman.
Yeah.
Similar to songwriting. Similar
Yeah.
to songwriting. Get that money.
Mm-hmm. I
Yeah.
love her. She's hilarious.
Well, I think
the
she
Liz
wrote
Lemon
songs.
character just speaks to me.
She wrote songs in Kimberly Schmidt too. Her and her husband wrote songs together.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh, let's not forget, Black Crown reminded me that Tracy Morgan did get a huge settlement from Walmart when he got hit by one of their trucks. So that's what possibly,
That helps. That helps.
probably like a $10 million settlement. So that probably helped boost him up a little bit too. So that was $75 million. Then we're going to, this one's odd, guys. I don't know this one that well, but Harry Shearer
The Simpsons guys?
From The Simpsons?
at
Yeah, I think he
85
did one season. I think
million.
he did one season.
Is he Mo?
He was a cast member.
Yeah, he
He's
plays
many
multiple
characters,
roles. He's already
yes.
multiple
Yeah.
characters.
Okay. So it's Simpsons money then. And then I think he was in Spinal Tap too.
He was in Spinal
Yes, he
Tap.
was.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Spinal
Wasn't
Tap.
he the bassist?
I don't know. I've seen it once. I don't know. I'm sorry, Bonnie.
He was. I want to say he was the bassist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Harry
The
Shearer
one that
plays
got trapped in his thing and I couldn't.
Oh.
some of the characters. Some of the characters that Harry Shearer plays is Ned Flanders.
Nice.
Mhm.
Let's see what else does he play. Principal Skinner, Kent Brockman, Lenny, Mr. Burns, Dr. Hibbert, Waylon Smithers,
Mo.
What
Kenny
a
Leonard,
great
Mo,
pivot
yeah.
of a career. You know what I
Scratchy,
mean?
Jasper, yeah.
Dude doesn't have to dress up at all. He can walk in pajamas and like knock it out of the park. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Super
Good for him.
talented dude.
Let me ask you though, at what point do you think like he goes in to record and they're like and he's like, "Oh, who's this guy? Oh, this is young Michael. Michael's just going to be shadowing you around to just kind of learn the ropes and maybe work on a few characters himself and practice." And you know, it's not because we think you're going to die anytime soon, Harry. It's just that just in case we have somebody that can do all the same voices you can, but maybe a little cheaper. Not that we're replacing you or anything, or that you're going to die, but we just wanted to bring this guy in to shadow you, Like, when does that, like,
Well,
when does that happen?
who are we kidding,
Honestly-
Donald? They don't go to the studio. They record from their house.
Probably
Yeah,
at this point, yeah.
Yeah.
A
don't
funny
have to leave
story.
the house.
Also, I think that they would be. I'm pretty sure the voice actors would be okay with that, as long as it meant they weren't getting replaced by AI.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
Sure.
Here's a
Plus-
fun. Okay, go ahead.
I said, plus he's 81 years old, so I'm sure I don't think he wants to go into the studio.
No, that's true. Another interesting thing, like what, like Legion of Super Pets, when The Rock was the only one, like it was during the pandemic, right? And so they were sending out kits for the actors to be able to record their own stuff at their house, and they would set them up in their closet. But The Rock was the only one that would not do it because he said he was too claustrophobic to be in his closet. And so they came out and built a sound studio in his backyard that he could walk to and go into and record. Because they made a larger space for him because he wouldn't do it. Everybody else was cool with recording in their closet. You could see Keanu playing Batman, in his closet, just giggling right in there, recording. But The Rock's like, nope, that's too tight of a space for The Rock. The Rock can't do it.
I mean, to be fair, The Rock is huge. So to be, standing in a closet.
Also, to be fair,
6
I'm sure
hours a
his
day
closets
recording.
aren't small, Bonnie. I'm sure they're pretty big.
Well, when you're 6'4", 275 pounds, I mean, yeah, that's, that can make a difference in being in your closet.
They're walk-in closets, Kevin. He's not having these tiny-ass closets. Let's be
Yeah.
honest here.
Closet is the
How do you
size of
know?
my
They're
living
probably
room.
the size of all of our apartments combined.
How do you
Is one of
know
his
that?
walk-in closets.
Have you seen any of his homes?
How do you know it's not?
Isn't The Rock the highest paid actor in Hollywood?
Pretty
He's up
much.
there. He's up there. He's up
Yeah,
there.
But he's got tiny closets,
He has
Chris.
a closet the size of a house.
He's got tiny closets because he can't afford it. There's one thing that they were like, sir, you have this huge house and we've got this pool. It's 2 Olympic-sized pools in one. I don't understand. Why are you building your closet so small? I'm The Rock. I don't need a lot of closet space, sir. I don't think I'll ever need that. I wear one T-shirt.
The man stays humble.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
right.
When it
right.
comes to his closet space, sure. Get out of town, Kevin, with that.
Man, look,
Get out of here.
It's the people's closet, so therefore the people's closet doesn't have to be too big.
Mr. Sean says Harry Shearer was in the comedy group The Credibility Gap in the late 60s, along with numerous acting and writing gigs. Boy, that sounds like he made a lot of money with that. The Credibility Gap. Oh, watch out. Harry Shearer made all that Credibility Gap
No,
money.
He makes all of his money on The Simpsons.
It's The
gotta
Simpsons.
be.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
to
matter of fact, Black Crown scratches $300,000 per episode.
That makes sense. Yeah, that
And
makes
there's
sense.
residuals on, yeah, of course, God knows, 600 plus episodes. Yeah, of course, that helps.
Mm-hmm.
What about Fire Sign Theater? No. It's Simpsons money. Simpsons. Moving on. From Harry Shearer. Hey, that was $85 million that guy made. 85. That's amazing.
Yeah, it
doing
makes
Simpson
sense.
voice.
I mean, Simpsons
I
not for
believe
30
it.
plus years,
I
so
believe it.
Okay, make this one make sense to me, guys. Make this one make sense. Make this one make sense. 100 million, Dennis Miller.
HBO money.
Yeah.
From what?
And then he had that series on FX, Rescue Me.
That's Dennis Leary.
That's Dennis Leary.
Leary. Sorry, getting my Dennis's mixed up.
That's all
My
right.
bad.
That's okay. Dennis Miller, though,
Brain fart. Yeah, you're right. HBO.
Yeah.
100 million, though? That seems like a lot. I think this is where I think that this list is kind of like, I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to put the amount in here.
Dennis Miller show. What else did he do?
I mean, Dennis Miller Live went on for 215 episodes, so
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but even then, 215 episodes get you 100 million. Why isn't Jimmy Fallon like super
I mean,
rich?
that was 8 years
Mm,
because Jimmy Fallon's on NBC.
maybe he made some really good investments.
Maybe
That's true too. Real estate. You know,
that's got to be it. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's good real estate. You
Sold
know,
his
people do
soul,
that and do well.
something.
So,
He has been super conservative in one way or another.
he invested in refuge. I think is what Jesse's saying. Either that or he's saying he's trash. It's got to be one or the other. MC Narcissist. Hello. Thanks for popping in. Greetings, salutations. I will drink a toast in your honor. Clink. Delicious. Okay. So Dennis Miller, we don't know. It's just a statistical anomaly that this happened.
Yeah, that one. I
100 million my balls.
can't track that one.
Yeah. It's okay. We're gonna jump up pretty high though. We're going from 100 million. Now we're popping in with 160 million. So it jumps from 100 million to 160 million, and you're never gonna guess who it is. You're never gonna guess. Guess. Go ahead. Guess.
let's see here.
Norm Macdonald?
Will Ferrell.
That's too high. Oh no. Okay, I believe that. I believe it.
I mean, I thought it was more. I thought he was like number 2 on the list of like all time made the
Where
most.
are we at right now?
He's 160 million.
Oh yeah, but what's the ranking?
I don't know. There's many more. There's more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't like
I mean,
rank it.
160 is still a lot.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot, but
It's a considerable amount for sure.
like, this is Will Ferrell we're talking about.
Yeah.
This man's been in
Yeah.
like 90 films.
Mm-hmm.
How's he only making 160 million?
Maybe he gives a lot of his money away.
Philanthropy.
That's right. That's right.
I would believe that as well. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we are talking net worth, not net volume made over the last 40 years.
Sean McGinn, I'm not being adult. I don't know what fire sign theater was. I wasn't alive, dude. I wasn't alive to know what fires. I wasn't born to know what a 1920s goddamn silver stallion fucking hemorrhoid cream brand was and who advertised for it. I don't know. Why would I know? No one here said anything about knowing what the fuck fire sign theater was. Yet I'm the dolt. Man, somewhere out there's a bag of dicks you should find. Somewhere out there. That's all I'm going to say. I'm the dolt. I'm the dolt.
We're here to learn and be
bag of dicks.
About
you get a bag of dicks. And you get a bag of dicks. Fire sign theater. Who knows that? Maybe just say, oh, by the way, fire sign theater was. No, but we come with the insults every time with the insults.
I know it's an insult. He just said, hey, man.
My mom's going to kick your ass, dude. It's going to happen eventually. She's going to fly out here and just beat the ever-loving shit out of you. I can't stop it. I can't stop her. I've been holding her back all this time. But she's going to go crazy all over you. I mean it. She's going to do it. At some point, she's going to go nuts. Mr. Sean is not going to stand in the way. He's going to see the rage, and he's going to step aside. And he's going to know, I can't do it. I can't do this. She's on a mission. It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. I don't know. I can't stop her.
It'll be okay, man.
Can't stop her. Can't do it.
Bonnie's praying for you right now. It's okay.
What kind of dicks are in the bag, says Jesse. A varietal of dicks, sir. A varietal. Oh, here we go. Okay, Mr. Sean, thank you. The Fire Sign Theater is a comedy group that started recorded albums in 1968. 2 members are still alive and performing. Same with the Credibility Gap. It's just noting starting points. Okay, fair enough. That's all we need. Thank you. You just started watching Land of the Lost 25 minutes ago? Oh, oof. Philippe. Or wait, no, that's Hakeem. Hakeem, I'm so sorry. Hakeem, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry for your loss of time.
Weren't you with me when we saw the test screening of that? It was like you, me, and Garyana, I think.
Me?
I think.
I don't think so.
Why do I remember you being there? Maybe you weren't.
I don't think it was me.
Okay, thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was me.
Yeah, I saw a test screening of that, and it was not great.
It's bad. It has Danny McBride in it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it should have been a lot better than what it was.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. It's. I wanted it to be good. It's like what was the other one? Journey to the Center of the Earth.
I didn't get a chance to see that one.
That one had Brendan Fraser in the first one, and then they thought, well, Brendan Fraser, let's replace him with The Rock, and neither one was that great, but it is what it is.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay. Could you hear me before when I was trying to interrupt?
No.
I don't
No?
Could not hear you at all. If
So
you
I
were
figured
trying.
out where Will Ferrell's money may have come from. Or
Okay,
may
hit
have
it.
disappeared. Why he only has 160 million. He's part owner of the LA soccer team.
Oh.
So that might be why he's only worth 160 million, because he paid into part ownership of the team.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Okay.
And I doubt it's a huge moneymaker, so.
Probably not. Didn't Ryan Reynolds and the dude from
Ron McElhenney?
Yeah, thank you.
He bought a soccer team in
the UK.
Wales.
Yeah.
In Wales, yeah.
Interesting idea.
The Wrexham Dragons.
He also bought a cell phone company and a gin company.
Yep.
Well, Ryan did. I think Ryan did those on his own. The Mint Mobile and Aviation Gin.
Mm-hmm.
Aviation Gin, I believe he sold for a tidy
he
profit, so he made money off that. I'm not sure about the Mint Mobile, if he made money off that or not.
Yeah, he did. He did. He made money off that too.
Well, there you go.
Well, the rumors are that they're about to sell their football stadium or team too, because they keep getting promoted and it's too expensive and they can't afford it.
Interesting.
Because the more you get promoted in the soccer league in England, the more expensive it costs, because you got to get better players and you got to get bigger stadiums and all this stuff. And I mean, it's a little over their net worth for the two of them together. So
sure, Mom, that helps. Mom's like, I like Land of the Lost.
I like the TV show.
And Hakeem says,
Oh,
yes,
the
he
TV
sold
show
Mint
was great.
Mobile. Okay, moving on up. Just 20 million above him is, and we're sure we're right on this number, Kevin? For Bill?
I
That's
will.
what it said.
I'll
That's what it said.
fact check.
Okay,
That
180
article you
million.
sent
It
me.
says Bill Murray. I thought Bill Murray was lower than
Well, the
Will.
article you
But
sent me. That's
okay,
what it says.
okay, cool. 180 million. Bill Murray.
That is correct.
Okay, cool. I mean, that's great. I'm glad. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
because the man's very
A lot of million.
hardworking, and the fact that he did all this without an agent most of the time is kind of insane.
That's probably why it's only 180 million.
Yeah, it probably would have been a lot more, but he cannot probably negotiate as well.
Yeah.
Thoughts on The Rock as Black Adam? If he had not let his ego get in the way, we may have gotten a really cool fight scene with him and Shazam, which is what we all, as comic book fans, should have wanted. But instead, he was really pushing for Superman, and they were leading up to it. I think I don't know about you guys, and you can certainly tell me, but my favorite part about the Black Adam film was
Pierce Brosnan
yes.
playing. I know.
Yeah, Dr. Fate, Pierce Brosnan, and the guy, and I'm going to butcher his name, and I'm sorry, that was Hawkman. I thought he was really good, and I've really liked his work in the past too. Jim Carrey and Jamie Foxx, neither one of them were on SNL. However, they were both on In Living Color. Jesse.
Well, technically, they were on SNL, but very, very, very briefly.
What do you mean? They were members?
Like Jim Carrey.
I remember Jim Carrey tried audition, but I don't remember him being on it. Jamie Foxx, I don't remember him being on it at all.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx, I
Jamie
don't-
Foxx was on it. Like
Yeah,
he was
Jim Carrey
he was
never-
like a main cast member. I think he was one of the featured players for a brief amount of time.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm getting confused with like Damian Wayans. I think maybe like very briefly. There was a famous story of him getting like booted off.
That would
That's
make more sense if like it
right
was
on
Damon or
board.
Keenan Ivory.
Yeah. Jim Carrey was never on the show. He auditioned 3 times. Yeah.
Yeah. But Bill Murray, 180 million, guys. 180 million. Good for him. That's quite a bit. Jeez. And this is an actor where he'll surprise me all the time. Like, he never rests on his laurels as far as, like, each decade he has a great film. You know what I mean? Like, every time. At least one every 5 years, usually, he has a great film. And it's always surprising to me. Like, and it could just be the smallest little part. Like in Zombieland, you know, and everybody loved him in it.
So great
You know?
in Zombieland.
Yeah. So we'll get stuff like that, you know, which is great.
Bill fucking Murray. I'm sorry. I know that's not your middle name.
I think The Rock should be cast as
One of my
Namor.
favorite stupid lines.
It's not a bad choice. Bill Murray's The Razor's Edge was great. All the Wes Anderson roles, Stripes,
Oh, wait.
Hunter S. Thompson role.
Lost in translation.
There's a big article about him with the Hunter S. Thompson. He kind of lost himself in that role and had trouble getting back to who he was, which is interesting to read about. But Stripes is a classic. I love,
My favorite
love,
Bill
love
Murray
Stripes.
role is definitely Groundhog's Day.
Groundhog's Day? It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. I'm going Kingpin.
Of course. Of course.
I love Big Earn McCracken.
Has anyone seen that new movie he's in, Riff Raff?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
No.
Is it good? Have you seen
No
it?
idea.
Okay. My favorite part of Black Adam was the end when I didn't have to watch it anymore, says Hakeem.
Ouch.
Black Crown says Garfield money, and he's not wrong. That's why Bill did the second one, was for the money, and he admitted it. He was like, I had no idea what I was doing except for I saw the paycheck. And that's fair, because the first one made a lot of money. And then they rebooted Garfield, and it just came out again recently, I think. But Bill Murray did not do the voice.
Yeah, with it was Chris.
Platt? Not
Chris
Platt.
Platt. Yeah.
Yeah, Chris Platt.
Okay, we've got a 3-way tie at 200 million. This is going to shock you. We've got Eddie Murphy at 200 million. Okay, so that makes sense. You know, he's pretty high up there. Eddie Murphy's great. He's done a lot of stuff. The next one up there at 200 million, this is going to make sense as well. But they work together. Michael Myers. Austin Powers franchise. Shrek money
It's
for
Shrek
both of
money.
them. Yeah, they made a lot of money. Here's a little surprise.
Austin Powers money.
Here's a little surprise. Ben Stiller, guys. Ben Stiller. At
Not
200
really.
million.
Not
That's
really.
not surprising to me.
You don't
Not
think?
really.
No, I think it makes sense because he's directed, he's written, he's done a lot of work behind the scenes throughout his entire career. So I'm sure he's made some pretty big bank from that too. Not
Plus-
just in front of the camera.
Plus, he technically kind of comes from money in a way.
True, Nepo baby.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
So he had that generational wealth to build from, and then plus everything that he's also done behind the scenes. He's done a lot. Yeah,
Okay. So
I get it.
not surprised at Ben Stiller. I still am.
Not.
Um,
Well, I wonder how much he makes
I mean,
per episode for
200 is a
Severance.
pretty big number, but when you consider, everything, it makes sense. I think.
I think they should have cast Reacher as Hawkman. Oh, that would have been an interesting choice. I don't think the guy playing Reacher has much reach.
Range. You don't think he has? Oh, come on.
Sorry.
Come on.
That was low-hanging fruit. I'm sorry. I don't think he has a lot of range.
I don't know. Have you ever seen him pay Thad in Blue Mountain State?
Yes,
totally
I have.
Different from Reacher.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have, Chris.
Totally different from Reacher.
Most people can play an idiot pretty well. I think most people anyway. But hell, I've been playing one most of my life. Most people can play pretty well. But yeah, he's definitely intimidating and has the size. Sean also says he likes Dr. Fate Brosnan's character, and the Hawkman actor didn't have much in common with the DC Comics Hawkman. That's true. That's true. I think he was just kind of there to be part of the brute force team, so to speak. They really didn't flesh out his character. I think they were fishing and seeing what could work and what they should roll with. Honestly, if they would have immediately done a Dr. Fate film after that, I think it would have been a huge success. Like if it was well written. People were clamoring for that character in that role, and Pierce knocked it out of the park. And it's unfortunate we're probably not going to see him as Dr. Fate again. Although, in our lifetime, we never thought we would see Professor Xavier, played by Patrick Stewart, over and over and over and now over again. And we're getting treated to it so many times. It's really,
and
really nice.
One last time, we'll see him in the Avengers.
I mean,
Secret.
well, why one last time? What, are you going to kill him after this, Kevin? Is that what you're saying? Are you threatening his life?
No,
Live on the
of course-
air?
Of course not.
Kevin,
course not.
no.
We love Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he might do another one. They've got Secret Wars coming up. He could be in that. You don't know.
I just said that.
Yeah, but that's after Doomsday. The one he's actually going to be in.
Whatever.
Whatever. They haven't even announced the cast for that. Kevin. Jeez. Just trying to kill him off. Poor guy. If anything happens to Patrick Stewart, like soon, Kevin, all eyes on you, buddy. All eyes on you.
My fault.
Somebody comes knocking on your door. I'm not the one that called and said
Of course not.
that there was a threat. I'm not doing it. That wasn't me.
Well, see what Jesse says that his father is way better.
Jerry Stiller. Jerry's got a lot of talent for sure. Speaking of talent, we're going to move up the clock here, or up the line as far as amounts of money. And it's substantial. $250 million. And this one shocked me. This shocked the shit out of me. And then I thought about it and I was like, oh yeah, vodka. Dan Aykroyd. He got that fat Ghostbusters money. He got that Dr. Detroit money. And he's got Trading Places. Another person that was with Eddie Murphy, that acted with Eddie Murphy, which is cool.
Oh, he owns House of Blues too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, Blues Brothers.
Good point.
And
Good
he started
point.
that out of so that's definitely
That's where the money came from. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think he still is partial owner of that. I don't think he ever gave it up.
Tied with Dan, Julia Louise Dreyfus at $250 million.
Well, she is someone you talk about.
That's that Seinfeld money right there.
Well, besides that,
Oh,
she is probably the ultimate nepo baby. Her dad was a billionaire. Because of a lot of money.
Yeah. Never had a hard day, huh? Is that what we're
Never.
saying?
In the financial sense, no.
Yeah. Bro, yeah, that's true. Like, Dad might have been a complete asshole, and that would have been rough.
She is very talented. So even though she's the ultimate nepo baby, she is very talented. So
yeah,
I give her.
Yeah, it's not like the entire cast of Girls, Kevin. It's
Oh yeah, exactly.
there is some talent here.
Sweet Lord, that is the ultimate nepo baby show. Wow. Oh my gosh, I cannot stand that.
Do you want to get Kevin started? You just bring up Girls. That's the best thing to do.
The only reason I watched was for Adam Driver.
Yes, Kylo Ren's the only thing worth watching. That's it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that Kevin Smith movie about the two girls that work at the convenience store.
Oh,
Both nepo babies.
Yoga hosers.
Yeah, yoga hosers.
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, that's right, Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter.
Yeah,
I haven't
just
seen
got
it
engaged apparently.
Yeah, to that weird
ultimate nepo son-in-law.
Wait, which one? Which girl?
Harley.
Really?
She just got engaged to her boyfriend. Yeah, the guy that she started dating like right at the beginning of the pandemic. And then
who got cast in one of Kevin's movies.
Yeah, he moved into their house like immediately.
Say word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess Kevin really likes him.
Oh, he has been riding Harley's coattails. Like,
yeah, he knew where his bread was buttered.
She did the Hulu series Cruel Summer, or Freeform, and then they aired it on Hulu. But that Cruel Summer series, she did the first season, and she got him a small part in it. So yeah, that dude is just riding Harley's coattails like till the end of time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay. Yeah.
250 million each.
And the funny thing is, she could walk away and just be a part of her family company, the Louis Dreyfus Company, which is, like I said, a multi-billion-dollar
250 million each. Coming up next at 300 million is a guy that, if you'd have blinked, you'd have missed him. He was only in one season, and yes, we're talking about Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Everybody forgot. Voted the worst cast member of SNL of all time.
He was probably high every episode.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 300 million, this man. 300 million is what he's worth. And
that's them Disney Marvel money right there.
That 100% is the Disney Marvel money because he pissed away all the rest.
And then, I mean, has some from Senior, from his father.
Yep.
Because don't forget, he is also Nepo Baby.
That's right.
True.
But again, very talented.
But he's
very
made
talented.
His own way. He's made his own way. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not saying that he hasn't.
Yeah.
For sure, he absolutely has. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the documentary that he made about his father, it's on Netflix. And it's called Senior. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Which, by the way, Bonnie,
but...
Friday, just this past Friday, 3 days ago, he just celebrated his 60th birthday.
Oh, he's out of his 50s.
He just turned 60.
And he's looking quite well for 60.
Pretty good for 60, yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, 300 million, Robert Downey Jr. And moving on from Robert Downey Jr. from the
Can't believe that there are Saturday Night Live people who make more than that.
Yeah, right?
Of course.
Yeah. We're going... Okay, there's only 2 left, by the way, guys, on this list. There's only 2 left. And 300 million was Robert Downey Jr. I
gotta guess what, Adam Sandler?
Standing at $440 million
dollars
is Adam Sandler. $440 million, and you can thank Sony and Netflix.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah,
100%.
They gave him some sweet deals. I mean, some sweet.
$440 million to this opera man singing goof.
Yep.
He gives us hope that anybody just acting like an idiot can make a small fortune. He really does.
I mean,
well,
he's got
it's all about finding your audience.
Really good movies.
You gotta find your audience. That's all it's about. You gotta find your audience. Now, his early stuff, he's kind of like Michael Bay to me in a way. The early work is the best work.
Yeah. What do you guys think are the chances that Happy Gilmore 2 is going to be good?
Wait, they're doing Happy Gilmore. That's right. They're doing Happy
Very
Gilmore
slim, very slim.
There's no Bob Barker and there's no Carl Weathers. So
They've already had a trailer for it, like a preview trailer, like a quick.
Did they?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it comes out in July 27th.
Eddie Murphy was worth what? 250 or 3? I can't remember.
Like 200 million, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprisingly
Yeah,
not nearly as much. Let me check real quick for you. Eddie Murphy was 200 million. Yeah, thank you guys.
But likely more. Again, these numbers are just.
If they change, yeah. This is a loose base based upon us doing some research and looking up one website.
Well, I've been fact checking to make sure on multiple.
That's true.
I've been checking multiple sources to fact check.
Oh, Black Crown Rep. We're gonna get to that one. You'll see. We'll be getting to that.
He's the big gun, buddy. But 440 million is where Adam Sandler stands. That's insane.
Jesus Christ. Well, it makes sense. He has his little
So much
production
money.
studio and they make money.
Happy
so.
Madison, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He did the Bruce,
Hard
Bruce Gigolo, male.
Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce Big.
Gigolo.
Thank you, Jesus.
He did Grandma's
Deuce
Boy.
Bigelow,
He did
man.
multiple TV shows. They produce a lot. So
Yeah.
All of Kevin James's stuff, basically, too.
yeah.
Oh yeah, the Blart Mart.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Mall Cop. There we go.
Yeah. Say that 10 times fast, Kevin.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Adam Sandler did a movie with Anthony Mackie that foreshadowed him becoming Captain America. What was that, Hakeem? I don't know. Offhand. But I can safely state that I pissed in a urinal next to Adam Sandler. That was at the
Wow.
ArcLight Theater. Yeah.
Did he acknowledge you?
Well, we just traded. We just traded hands because I was holding with my left and he was holding with his right, and I was like, "Hey, you got a sec?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, bud." He just reached over and I reached over and we just, because I had to scratch my nose for a second, so he was kind enough to do that, and then I reached over for him. So.
Well, that's very
I think
nice.
he's talking about just go with it.
Very nice of him.
Maybe.
Very.
I liked that movie. I thought it was cute.
Hey, what's up, Belt Loop? Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. We're talking about the $440 million Adam Sandler. The man is rich beyond belief. I mean, he doesn't have Bezos money or,
Musk money.
Musk money, yeah. That sounds so dirty when you say it, though.
I know.
Just because of his last name.
Supposed to sound dirty.
Musk money.
Well, in some ways, it actually is dirty. Some of that money is dirty.
Oh,
It could
very
be.
dirty.
It could be. It absolutely could be.
Emerald mines in South Africa? Oh, yes.
What was that? What was that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
Blood Diamond.
Wow, that was a great movie. Great movie, and it had zero to do with Leo. It was Jaimin Hansu, I think.
In quite a while.
Oh, yeah, Jaimin Hansu.
It was good.
Yeah, I remember when that came out, and it was so like at ArcLight, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I'll just watch it. And I watched it, and I was like, damn, this was good.
Yeah.
Like, this is good.
I remember that sold out a lot of screenings.
Yeah.
Just like
Yep. In the heart of Hollywood, man, like, people will come to a movie that's just, people say it's good. People will show up. It could be the smallest movie ever, and it's huge. It would be huge there at ArcLight. It would be nothing anywhere. You go to an AMC in Ohio, and people will be like, I'm not watching that shit. But at ArcLight Hollywood, line out the door to see that damn thing,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is crazy.
those were the days.
I wouldn't mind having that kind of money. Titanic money, yeah. I wouldn't mind having some Titanic money, too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And, geez, guys, this is a big one here. $500 million to producer
$500 million.
of everybody's work written into their contract when they sign on. He gets to produce their films. I don't know for how many years, but with Adam, even that was the case. We're talking Lorne Michaels. Is he a member of Saturday Night Live? Yes, absolutely. As many times as they've shown him on skits and stuff, and he's acted, he's performed, He's produced.
Didn't he do the news in the first season?
I don't know. Did he?
Well, in the movie they show him doing it. In the movie Saturday Night.
Well, then that's probably the case.
Weekend Update.
I never watched the original first season of Saturday Night Live to know.
I just know I'm basing it off of that movie. Yeah, I never saw it either, but it looked like he was.
I have to watch that movie.
Yeah, I need to finish that movie.
Hakeem says it was just go with it. Oh.
Yeah, just go with it. Yeah.
Belt loop. Yeah, Titanic was rather forgettable until you got to the
rather forgettable
when they were hitting the tables, like the bodies were sliding down the ship.
You know what? That was kind of even though
Plinko.
Yeah,
they were playing Plinko. Pling, pling, pling.
Yeah,
hit one dude jumped and hit the propeller, and I was like, "Oh, you fucking idiot!" Of all the, such good luck. You go to jump, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make it. I'll survive." And you hit the propeller, and you freaking go.
Oh, okay, so just to fact check myself, he did not. He was supposed to be the Weekend Update host, but at the last minute,
was it Chevy?
He gave it to Chevy at the last minute, so he switched. But until like right up to the show, he was going to be doing it.
Yeah, I was like, I thought it was Chevy, but I didn't want
to.
You were very adamant.
I think they switched it in the movie. That was what they switched it.
Okay. All right. There's a scene where they talk about Captain America having a black best friend. Fun little Easter egg for Easter. Oh, yeah, which is coming up on the 20th.
20th.
Yeah.
420 Easter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, but he's more or less upper management. I don't typically watch the superhero films or movies. Yeah, I get it. Belt loop, he is upper management for sure. Lorne Michaels is the guy, the one that everybody went to. Only appeared occasionally, mainly his offer of reuniting the Beatles for $1,000. He was never an actual cast member. Yeah, I get it, Sean, Mr. Sean. But when you created the show, you can be whatever you want. You know what I mean?
He's probably been on over 100 episodes.
And if you want to say that it's Adam Sandler that's the biggest cast member, that's fine. I'm not going to be mad at you for it. But we're just throwing in to let you know that Lorne Michaels has more money than Adam Sandler. And that's from producing literally one show and then spinning off on that with everything else on the backs of everybody that's had success through his show. He's incredibly smart. This is an incredibly smart move. I'm very much a sci-fi guy myself, Belt Loop. I love science fiction. I'm very, very, very much looking forward to the new Naked Gun film with Liam Neeson.
Really? You thought the trailer looked good?
I think, yes. I think it looks good. I'm in.
I laughed a few times. But a lot of people were giving some really negative reviews about it.
I've not heard one thing negative, Chris.
Yeah, well, the website I saw it on, it was all kinds of people talking like all kinds of shit about it.
Yeah, people suck. That's one thing that's inevitable. People are gonna suck.
The joke at the end was really funny.
Oh yeah. For those of you who haven't seen it, they did a joke with O.J. Simpson's son, like where he looks up at his photo on the wall and he's like everybody else is looking at their dad's photo. I miss you, Dad. I hope I make you proud. And then the one guy is looking up at OJ's photo and he looks at the camera and he's like, "Oh."
I feel like Liam Neeson might be a little old to be his son, though. Leslie Nielsen's son.
Absolutely, but it's a ridiculous comedy, so it's okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Well, Liam Neeson in the little girl outfit was the
best. Yes, the best. Hilarious. Can't wait.
Presley in it? Is Priscilla Presley?
And it comes out like 2 days before my birthday, so it's going to be a rare treat for me to see something awesome on my birthday. I can't wait.
Is Priscilla Presley in it?
They haven't mentioned it. I don't know. I didn't go and check the casting on it, but they have not mentioned that. It's possible she could play his mom. I don't care about superhero movies. You'd think I would watch them. I did collect comics when I was young, and I love the SNL early stuff. It got to where it was just too political for me. I get that. I honestly do. When they started going really hard around the George Bush era with Dana Carvey, ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. That thing. They started really hard on that. It did super well for them, and they just never stopped. Daryl Hammond, I want to say, was Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And then they had Barack Obama for a while. I can't remember who was Barack Obama. Multiple people, I think, were. Daryl Hannah, I think, was even Donald Trump for a little bit, for like half a second. And then Alec Baldwin just kind of picked it up and ran with it. And so we've had our fair share of politicalness.
Tina Fey was
when it comes to SNL, for sure.
The woman from Alaska.
Sarah
Palin.
Yeah. Mr. Sean says Michaels also produced The Kids in the Hall and the short-lived The Vacant Lot. Oh, I've never heard of The Vacant Lot. Kids in the Hall, I've definitely heard of. They've come back.
I know I've heard the title, but I don't think I've ever seen anything from it.
Was Ian Michael Hall part of The Kids in the Hall? He wasn't, was he?
Yes, he was.
Anthony Michael Hall?
What? No, Ian Michaels.
Black.
Thank you. Ian Michael Black. That's it. Yeah.
Who I believe was part of.
I don't think he was Kids in the Hall. I think he was something else.
Yeah.
One other group that's kind of similar, I guess. I think he was in something. Beyond Money, John Belushi was the best SNL star, says Sean McGean.
And Leslie Nielsen is old enough to be Liam Neeson's father. They're 26 years apart, so yeah, it can work.
Well, so here's some interesting trivia about Michael Ian Black. He played Raphael in a promotional campaign for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles concert tour.
Oh, okay, that works.
He was in American Summer. Viva Variety he was in that. Viva Variety.
Yeah, Mr. Sean, I'm sure that they've always had some political humor, I would imagine. It just felt heavier as it kept going, and I think that's just because people got more involved in politics, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, but it can be rather polarizing, for sure. Sean McGean says, opinions on Silver Surfer casting for new Fantastic Four film. Here's the thing. I'm not going to judge it until I see it. Right? I think that's fair for all of us to not judge it until we see it, because it's possible that they could be doing a sleight of hand thing. You know what I mean? She could be a different Herald of Galactus, and Silver Surfer could be somebody else. Or
it's not Norrin Radd, that's for sure. It's different.
Right. I mean, but it could. You could see Norrin Radd in the film, and they're just hiding it. It's just hasn't been released. So we don't know. So to me, it's just like I'm going to take the wait and see approach to it, because I know they're building towards the reboot, which is what they desperately need. Like, let's be realistic. Although I am sad that may do in the Thunderbolts, because I feel like the Thunderbolts is like, I just saw the new trailer and they're like, we're what's left. there are no heroes. We're what's left, guys. What if we're the heroes that everybody's waiting for? And I was like, damn, that's a cool way to say it. So
but
we're
where
finally.
Where is everybody though? Like there are heroes around. So
like, Iron Man's dead. Captain America's gone. You've got Black Panther died. You've got a different Black Panther. Nobody knows. You've got Ironheart. Nobody knows.
Black Widow's dead.
Black Widow's gone. Scarlet Witch is crazy. Lord knows what happened to Vision. Captain America's gone, except for the OG.
He's not gone. He just had a movie.
No, the OG Captain America, Steve Rogers, is gone.
But I'm saying Captain America is around.
I was never a fan of Sam Wilson being Captain America. I'm gonna be real with you.
And you got Daredevil.
And then they created a new Falcon, which took away his. I just think like giving him the Captain America moniker is great and all. I get it, but like now he's lost the Falcon.
And there's the Hulk is around somewhere.
I missed that.
Thor.
Yeah, but it's like kind Hulk, Thor's off on another world, so it could easily be just those guys, dude. Easily. That's what they're leaning into anyway.
Well, Ant-Man's around because he's in the movie.
Well, yeah. Well, that's good. Myers is killing it as Elon as an autistic supervillain, says Sean McGean. Oh, I didn't know he was.
He's in SNL right now?
I guess he must be. Elliot says vacant lot just left me empty.
This is a good season for SNL. The 50th anniversary.
That's right.
Really funny.
Black Crown. Thank you. It's the state. Michael Ian Black. The state.
I was trying to say that. But
that's it. Yeah. I couldn't think of it.
And he was in. And I think he did it with. He did a show with Dave Foley, which is he was Celebrity Poker Showdown. David Foley, who was in Kids in the Hall.
I remember the Kids in the Hall. The movie Brain Candy, I believe, is what it was. And I turned it on, and they started talking about, for lack of a better word, jism. And I was just like, this is so weirdly vulgar for a movie to just come out with. I was like, I don't know. So I didn't finish it, and I just stopped. And I never was interested in trying to watch the Kids in the Hall after that because of it. I don't know. It was just weird to me.
I think it's hilarious.
But I was younger. I was younger. I was in my teens, so I think I was just a prude, maybe. I don't know. Go figure. But that being said, golly gee, next week's going to be amazing, guys. We've got a wonderful lineup for you guys next week. So stay tuned for that. It's going to get a bit hairy on the 21st and the 28th, I'm going to be honest with you. The 21st and the 28th, we don't know. We don't know what's coming around the corner with the 21st and the 28th. One of those times I will definitely be recording, but I will be in another state setting up. And on one of those dates, I probably won't be available. So it'll be the 21st or the 28th. But next week's the 14th. We will definitely be here for that. It's going to be great. The 21st and the 28th, we will let you know in advance whether there'll be a show or not, because we definitely want your guys' participation and want you guys to comment and stuff. And I really appreciated the comments today. It's been a lot, fast and furious, so that's good. The more comments, the better. It gives us stuff to read and talk about. I wish they'd stop falcing around with the Captain America. Elliot's on a roll tonight. He's on a roll tonight. I sent him a joke earlier today, and it just started the juices flowing for him, and he's on a roll now. Mr. Sean says, obviously it's time for a Dark Hawk movie. Shout out to Reza from last week. Sean McGee says, I would like to see the Fantastic Four film allow for an Invaders World War II film on that Earth. I would absolutely love to see an Invaders film. I think a period piece going back to Captain America's roots and stuff would be great to see something along those lines.
So kind of like the first movie, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I would like to see a Justice League Dark. Next week, I don't ever do this, but I'm doing this for the first time this week. Next week, I will be reviewing the new Resurrection Man series. It ties directly into the New Gods. Ram is writing that as well, so you know how excited I am. And I will be reviewing that because I can't wait to dig into that new title. Resurrection Man being one of my favorite.
You said there's a new Resurrection Man title?
Yes. Yes, there is. Yes.
And Abbott and Lanning, they're not writing it?
No, they're not. They're not. Ram is the guy writing the New Gods. Let me check real quick. I'll pull it out for you. I'll pull it out for you. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Keep talking. I'm pulling it out.
Yeah, Resurrection Man, that is a good, underrated title from DC Comics. You know, people, if you're a comic book fan, you should definitely check it out. Cool character. Basically about a guy, every time he dies, he comes back to life with a different power set. So it's a really cool concept. So if he has like fire powers and the next time he comes back, so all of a sudden he has, you know, the ability to change the weather or something like that. So it's a really interesting concept there.
Okay, I have it here. It's called Resurrection Man Quantum Karma. It's a very odd title. But there it is. He's back, baby.
Very good.
Yes. Ram V. It's a Black Label series, which means it's going to get deep. I'm super excited. Can't wait. And let me tell you, I can't wait to read New Gods issue 4. It came out a couple weeks ago. So I'm excited to jump on that and finish and keep going with that title. Wow, just some really good stuff coming out of DC lately. Marvel, I don't know where you're at. I don't know what you're doing. But you got to keep up. You got to keep up.
Sean made a good point about, you know, Val Kilmer's passing last week. Yes, you know, he's definitely a favorite actor of ours from back in the day throughout, you know, the past like 30-something years, and, you know, knowing that he's been ill for quite some time, and yeah, it was really sad to hear that news last week. I was watching the documentary about him like a month ago too. It was very good.
Having worked with Robert Downey Jr. too in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang from 2005, right. I believe.
Another Arclight. He had it there too.
Yep. Yeah. Shane Black came in for a Q&A for it, which is fantastic. Great film. Great Shane Black written and directed film. And Val was fantastic in it. Probably, I would say my third favorite, maybe my fourth favorite Val Kilmer film. My first one would be, of course, Willow. Mm-hmm. I don't know who's with me on that, but I think Mad Mardigan is probably his greatest creation.
Top Secret, I'm sure, is up there for you.
Top Secret's up there pretty high. I do really enjoy Top Secret. Equally, I think with Real Genius. I think they're both very, very good films.
Heat?
Heat's solid. I just couldn't stop staring at the thing on his arm because he busted his elbow and they had this big sack of blood on his elbow. So every time you saw him in a scene, you'd see it, and it was just so gross. Tombstone.
Doors.
Tombstone. Yeah, The Doors.
Yeah, definitely Tombstone, yeah.
Yeah, Doors as well. So yeah, just a lot of great roles. A lot of great acting. We got a few more comments. Let's see. Bring back Chris Evans as Cap. Casts for the android Human Torch and cast The Rock as Namor, says Sean. Hakeem says, I just did 4 science-based podcasts on how Magneto's powers could be possible. If you guys would like to check it out. Sure. Hakeem, is it on, did you put the
link in?
Yeah, you could put the link in here, or you could put it on Facebook as well, if you wanted to put it on our page, on Facebook, or on your own even. He also says, are those Skull Candy headphones, Donald? Yes, indeed, they are. Which is why all the black has completely worn off around them. They're still functional, but all the black is completely gone. And it's this lovely gray color that looks so fashionable with the blue. Black Crown says, watch out, he's pulling out his resurrection. Yeah, I guess it's better than my erection. Pulling that out, that would be odd.
Right.
Let's see. We don't need Jamie Foxx as Spawn, says Jesse. Sean says, Hakeem, that sounds interesting. Arclight is gone. I was in LA last year and saw it was no more. Yes, correct. It is gone. Michael B. Jordan would be a great Spawn. Yeah, I could agree with that, Jesse. He's a great actor. What were you going to say, Chris?
I was going to say my favorite Val Kilmer performance was Kit in Knight Rider.
In the
I'm joking.
In the TV series, the redo?
Yeah, the TV series, the remake. I just saw that he was in it. I was like, oh, I gotta.
Man, I felt like Viper was a better remake of Knight Rider than the remake of Knight Rider.
I really don't. I hated that show. So yeah.
Oh come on, man! How dare you?
I hated the remake of Knight Rider. It was terrible.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
I think back to the original.
Very fair. Okay. Very fair.
Okay. All right.
All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for being on our little show here. We appreciate it very much for being a part and being so active in the chats. We always appreciate that. Thank you to Kevin, Chris, Bonnie for being here. Thank you to all of you that are out there. And just want to make a quick couple announcements before you go. Coming up on the 13th. That is on a Sunday. Not this coming Sunday. It is this coming Sunday. Jesus.
This is coming Sunday.
Wow, It is this coming Sunday. Good Lord. It's this coming Sunday. We have the Blues and Books event at the Secret Heroes Social Club at 9449 DeSoto Avenue at We Can Be Heroes Comics in Chatsworth. April 13th, 2025. That's this year, guys. It's coming up. Doors open at 7 p.m. It starts at 8. $10 admission. Street Slim will be there performing 2 45-minute long blues sets for your enjoyment. We also would like for you, if you are coming, to bring some books, some trades, some comics, some stories that you've enjoyed over the years that you think someone else might enjoy, that you could trade with them and get another great story or another great idea that maybe they've told you that you've talked to somebody else. We will also have some books available for purchase. We will also have cornhole there available if somebody wants to set up a little tourney, a little mini competition. We will have cornhole tables, so to speak. I guess they're tables, whatever they call them, available. We will have Mike Barton will be there with his new comic book series, The Suicidals. So if you want to come check that out, grab a comic first edition, first print of Suicidals for a nice cheap price, and Mike will sign it for you. He will be there available during the event. We will also have Phil Mucci from Diabolic Comic Books. Will be there representing Diabolic. He will be bringing his new series, Murder Vibes from the Monster Dimension, that will be available for purchase as well. He'll be doing signatures, autographs, stuff like that. He also is an award-winning music video filmographer and editor, creator. He's done work for Metallica and other great artists that you could discover just by speaking to him. He's an awesome dude. It is a BYOB event. I can't say that I'm going to get you liquored up at a comic shop because I don't think that's legal. But if you bring your own and get liquored up at a comic shop, well, that's fine. There's no problems there. So feel free to come on the 13th. Doors open at 7, $10 admission. We do have the Secret Heroes. If you want to take a look, the membership cards are available. We have put the numbers of the membership cards based on years of great film. So years of great film on these. The Sean's will love this year, 1952. We have other years, 2008. 1927 is another year. You get a card, a membership card for your $10 purchase, and you'll get a stamp that tells you what event that you've attended throughout the year. Now, if you would like to purchase the Founders Club membership, those are $50, and that gets you into everything that the Secret Heroes Social Club does throughout the rest of the year. So it's a great value and a really good time. And Street Sun will be there performing. Guys, I can't state enough how good this guy's been. He's been cutting his teeth since the early 2000s. He's been performing for 2 decades on the streets, in music halls, on the stage. He's wonderful, and we are so thankful and so lucky to get him to perform for this event. So I hope to see you all there if you can. That would be wonderful. 50% off Blue Beetle comics. Sure, Sean, why not? I mean, we have 5 of them, I think, somewhere in the bins. Hakeem, you should definitely come. Reach out to me, shoot me a text, or reach out to me on Facebook or however you want to. I'd love to talk more. Did you guys see Thunder Heart?
Oh, I remember that movie a long time ago. That's like the early 90s.
I don't know. I don't think I have ever seen Thunder Heart, to be honest. That's the Val Kilmer?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen it.
I vaguely remember when it came out, but I don't think I saw it.
1962 was an amazing movie year. We might have that card, Sean. Let me look. Some people have already purchased some, so we're 1952. 1955 is another year. 2005. 94, 89, 39, 67, and 75. So we have a few left, and we'll be making more as the demand increases for sure. But it'll be a really good time, guys. So I hope to see some of you there that I have not seen before in the shop, or some of you that barely come in. It'd be nice to see you guys and to have you in and have a good time. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for being here. We appreciate you, and if you're feeling thirsty,
perhaps you would like a witty, clever, but never ludicrous Rumble Pop.